This video was put together to demonstrate how to send an email through the Brightspace email system. Now, before we get started, I want to talk a little bit about the email system. The Brightspace email system is completely internal. When we compose a message using the Brightspace email system, the message will stay internally. However, a copy of that message will get sent to the user's ECC email address as well. One thing to keep in mind is you may see these messages in your ECC email address, but you need to go back to Brightspace to respond to them. So just remember, this Brightspace email system is completely internal, and the only thing that gets sent out of it is a copy of the message, but the communication chain remains within Brightspace. So when I want to compose an email to a user in Brightspace, I first click on the message alerts icon, which is an envelope, and then from there I click on email. From here we get a pretty standard looking email interface with a list of folders on the left, including an inbox, a sent box, a draft box, your trash, and an address book. If you'd like to send an email, the first thing you have to do is from this inbox interface, click on Compose. I'm going to maximize this window so we can see everything. Now, it looks like the best way to do things is to click this address book on the upper right corner, but we found that it's much easier just to click on the 2 next to the address line in the message, and it will pull up the class roster or the address book for the class you're in. I'm sorry, I'm trying to give you a little more real estate as we do this video. And as you can see, I can see a list of instructors here. By default, it will filter to the class you are in with this filter by box. If you are in the wrong class, you can change your class by clicking on this list arrow, and it should give you a list of all of the classes you have access to. If you're looking to send a message to a particular individual, you can use the search field to find it. But in most cases for students, you are trying to find your instructor, and the best way to find your instructor from this course list is to use this role field here, and you can sort it alphabetically, so your instructors will show up first. So I can choose my instructors for this class, and then here at the bottom click Add Recipients, and we'll see that their names populated here. We also have the opportunity to send a copy or a blind copy. So if you are doing a group project and you're updating your group and you want to make sure your instructor knows that you guys are working on it, you can use the CC line to add your instructor, those sorts of things. Under the subject, by default, it populates what course you are in, and then you can add whatever subject you want to the end of that. Down here in the body, this is where you put the body of your email. So I'm going to start with Dear Instructor. Before I get too far in this, if you notice by default, there's this warning at the bottom of the body that says this is a notification only. Replies will not be received. To reply to this message, log into Brightspace. So this is a reminder for when this message sends a copy to the email address that the recipient needs to come back to Brightspace to reply, because if they reply from Outlook, they're going to go to one of these weird email addresses that they're like ID4030 @mail, and this is not a true email address. This is just the internal email address in Brightspace. So if you hit reply to what came over to Outlook, it would really go nowhere. So you need to come back here to reply to them. So that notice down there is just to remind you that that's there. dear instructor, here is a sample email. Always be as thorough as possible, giving your instructor all the information they need. While in this example, I've only done text, but you have a full HTML editor that allows you to bring in media, links, pictures, all sorts of things. So this is a fully functional internal email address. Once we're happy with our message, we can then just go ahead and hit send. And now we have successfully sent a message through the Brightspace interface. If I go to my sent mail, I can see that I have sent it out. And that is how the course mail system works in